Hi, I'm Taylor Haase. This is Danny Shirey. We are coming to you from PPG Paints Arena, where the Penguins just beat the Blues 6-2. And there are so many storylines in this game, and they were all pretty much in the first half of the game. It was a very exciting game. Starting off, Kasperi Kapanen, he returned from his time as a healthy scratch. Last game had a goal. And this game he had a hat trick. Just how nice is that to see from him, and what did you see in this game that allowed him to have a performance like that?
Well, obviously it's great for him, especially because the Penguins' third line hasn't been exactly knocking the doors off the opposition. So that's really one of the glaring weaknesses of this team right now. But in the 2 games that Kapanen's been back in the lineup, he's at least proving that he's capable of being a spark there. Obviously, we're not so sure if this is going to hold up over an extended period of time, but it's still nice to have that reassurance to see, okay, he is capable of doing these things. It's there for him. But one of the biggest things the coaching staff has talked about in regard to his performance is that they want him going to the traffic areas, they want him going to the front of the net, they want him utilizing his speed in the proper way, and that's something that we didn't see a whole lot of early on in the season. But tonight you look at the location of all 3 of his goals, and they're all right around the blue paint, and he's making a conscious effort to get there, and I think that's been really the key for his success in these last 2 games.
Yeah, and then Jason Zucker and the whole saga with him and Jordan Binnington, that was maybe one of the more fun storylines to follow in this game. So, and Jordan Binnington, I think everyone knows what kind of antics he's typically up to like that. He definitely likes to try to push the line, and he's trying to hurt guys. I mean, we were just talking about it, the collision with Jordan Staal just was that his last game against Carolina.
Yes.
So, comes into this game, Jason Zucker skating behind the net, Binnington throws his arm up, clips him right in the nose. Zucker goes down, goes hard into the boards. It looked, scary for a moment. Zucker thankfully okay, but no penalty ultimately came of the call because the refs initially called it a double minor for high sticking. They reviewed it, and because it wasn't actually high sticking, because he hit him with his glove, you can't change that to an interference. You can only rescind the initial call. You can't change the type of call. So the Penguins didn't get a power play out of it, but then the Penguins do come back out for the second period, and Jason Zucker scores a goal, and it was the goal that got Binnington yanked. So had to feel that much more sweet. And if Zucker was then on the bench with Rust, and Binnington is skating off, yelling at him the whole way, and Zucker, they showed him on the broadcast just like a shrug. And
the best part of all this is that while this is happening, Thomas Greiss, the Blues backup, is on his way to man the Blues crease, and the second he gets there, he topples over and falls into the net. So it was a circus show for several moments.
Yeah, and I guess good to see them not get rattled by Binnington. That could have gotten out of hand.
They just thought it was funny from what they said and what we saw from the broadcast, and even watching it live. Like they just thought it was funny.
Yeah, to not get rattled and think that they have to retaliate in a certain type of way. They retaliated the right way by scoring and chasing him, and then we never saw him after that because he sat in the locker room the whole time after that. But that's just the right way to respond to something like that.
Yeah, no doubt. And on top of that, only point from Guentzel, Crosby, Raquel tonight. Guentzel got an assist on Crosby's empty net goal at the end of the game. They might have been the Penguins' best line tonight, even though they only had the one empty net goal toward the end of the game. They had 27 shot attempts between the 3 of them in all situations, and it wasn't until the 27th shot attempt that a puck finally went in the back of the net for them.
Yeah, through the first 2 periods alone, I don't remember what the final total was, but Crosby had 7 shots on goal on 9 attempts. So, the score sheet doesn't necessarily reflect of how dominant that line was in this game. But Bryan Rust, we have to talk about him too, because coming into this game, he had just 2 points in his last 14 games. It was a goal and assist in Winnipeg, same game. And then he comes into this game and has a 4-point night, a goal and 3 assists. Just what did you see from him tonight?
I think Rust has been playing a little bit better recently, and Sullivan said as much after the game. But the one thing that I really loved about Rust's performance tonight, on the goal that he scored, he kind of swooped in on the puck in the corner, started going up the boards, and as we've seen him do quite a bit over the course of his career, he actually cut through the seam and darted toward the middle of the ice and put a shot on goal. this season, it seems like when he's had the opportunity to do that, he's kind of went back up to the boards or maybe made a pass back up to the point. So it was really nice to see that aggressiveness and to see him take the open ice that was there. And I think that just speaks to his confidence, but it also speaks to him maybe not overthinking things out there, which, as we all know, is a huge component of playing well.
Yeah, huge win for the Penguins in many ways. They have an off day tomorrow, then a practice here on Monday. Then the next game is Tuesday against the Blue Jackets. We'll have your coverage of all that over at DK Pittsburgh Sports.